Welcome to Hear Me Daily News.
A North Korean espionage group, tracked as UNC2970, has been observed employing previously undocumented malware families as part of a spear phishing campaign targeting US and European media and technology organizations since June 2022. Google-owned Mandiant said the threat cluster shares multiple overlaps with a long-running operation dubbed Dream Job that employs job recruitment lures in email messages to trigger the infection sequence. UNC2970 is the new moniker designated by the threat intelligence firm to a set of North Korean cyber activity that maps to UNC577, aka Temp Hermit, and which also comprises another nascent threat cluster tracked as UNC4034. UNC2970 has a concerted effort towards obfuscation and employs multiple methods to do this throughout the entire chain of delivery and execution, Mandiant researchers said in a detailed two-part analysis, adding the effort specifically targeted security researchers. Temp Hermit is one of the primary hacking units associated with North Korea's Reconnaissance General Bureau, RGB, alongside Anariel and APT-38, aka Blue Noroff. All three actor sets are collectively referred to as the Lazarus Group, aka Hidden Cobra or Zinc. The latest set of UNC2970 attacks are characterized by initially approaching users directly on LinkedIn using well-designed and professionally curated fake accounts posing as recruiters. The conversation is subsequently shifted to WhatsApp, after which a phishing payload is delivered to the target under the guise of a job description. In some instances, these attack chains have been observed to deploy Trojanized versions of Type BNC, named LidShift, which is engineered to load a next-stage payload labeled as LidShot that's capable of downloading and executing shellcode from a remote server.
Establishing a foothold within compromised environments is achieved by means of a C++-based backdoor known as FlankWalk that then paves the way for the distribution of additional tooling such as
TouchShift is a malware dropper that loads follow-on malware ranging from keyloggers and screenshot utilities to full-featured backdoors. UNC2970 is also said to have leveraged Microsoft Intune, an endpoint management solution, to drop a bespoke PowerShell script containing a base64 encoded payload referred to as Cloudburst, a C-based backdoor that communicates via HTTP. In what's a continuing use of the Bring Your Own Vulnerable Driver, BYOVD, technique by North Korea-aligned actors, the intrusions further employ an in-memory-only dropper called LightShift that facilitates the distribution of another piece of malware codenamed LightShow. The utility, besides taking steps to hinder dynamic and static analysis, drops a legitimate version of a driver with known vulnerabilities to perform read and write operations to kernel memory and ultimately disarm security software installed on the infected host. The utility, besides taking steps to hinder dynamic and static analysis, drops a legitimate version of a driver with known vulnerabilities to perform read and write operations to kernel memory and ultimately disarm security software installed on the infected host. Subscribe to get more tech news.